and thank you for watching. I'm Shannon and welcome to my channel. So if you obviously read the description, you saw that we have booked a cruise for spring break, March 2021. However, it is not a Disney Cruise Line cruise. And why did we do that? So this channel actually started as a result of our 5-night Disney Magic cruise that was Marvel Day at Sea. We went in February of 2020, right before the shutdown. I think there was 3 sailings after ours before everything shut down. And by far, it was the best cruise we had ever been on. My husband and I cruised a lot before our son was born. We cruised mainly Royal Caribbean, but we also went on Celebrity once, and I had been on Princess, and we've only been on Disney Cruise Line twice, both with our son, once on the Dream and then on the Magic. The Magic, but by far, was the most incredible cruise. But we also like Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean, we have diamond status, so that's a perk, but we do enjoy Royal Caribbean a lot. But Royal Caribbean is a different experience. So it is more of just traditional cruising. And Disney Cruise Line is cruising with the Disney Magic. And that was why the Disney Magic was such an incredible cruise. But I will say, it was a result of the entertainment staff. The entertainment staff, the characters, and all of that was what made the Disney Magic so special for us. So we live in South Florida, and the Disney Magic comes here, I think about 5 months out of the year, from November to end of April, early May, when it makes its transatlantic trip overseas. So now that we know that it's here, we definitely want to cruise her again and would love to do Marvel Day at Sea. However, given that cruising hasn't started as of right now that I'm recording this, cruising has stopped until early November. I think the first sailing for the Magic at this point is November 7th, which is the day I think it starts in Miami. Not 100% sure, but that's what I think. So we would love to cruise on the Magic. However, I've been looking at pricing, and the pricing hasn't gone down at all. So I really wasn't looking. We had originally a cruise booked for March 2021 on the Allure of the Seas of Royal Caribbean. However, its refurbishment was pushed back, and the refurbishment was going to have a new splash pad and slides and a new kids club, and a lot of things that of the reason why we booked the Allure were not going to be part of the Allure when we went to sail for March of 2021. So we pushed that cruise out to 2022, and we moved it to a different ship. So right now, as of a few weeks ago, we did not have a cruise for 2021. So I do have a placeholder for a Disney cruise, and I was hoping to hopefully book on a Disney cruise. And I've been checking the pricing, but I really haven't seen any good deals. So lo and behold, there was a huge sale for Royal Caribbean. And one night I said, you know what, let me take a look. I will also say our son is now in elementary school, and we wanted to coordinate it with spring break. It's not so entirely necessary at this point. He will be 5 next year when we sail. So we could technically take him out a week for school, but we wanted to try and coordinate it with spring break because we do take him out for our Disney trip in December. So just keep that in mind. So I was looking, and I said, well, let me check and see what the prices are for spring break. Well, the prices for Royal Caribbean for a 5-night cruise on the Independence of the Sea were crazy. Just crazy cheap prices for a 5-night cruise during spring break. Just unheard of. So of course, I checked the prices for the Disney Magic. And they were crazy, but on the other side, they were literally 3 to 4 times as much as the Independence of the Sea. So I'm gonna go over that first. So that's one of the things, reason why the major factor of why we chose to book on Royal Caribbean and not Disney Cruise Line. So let's get into the prices right now. So here are the pricing for the Royal Caribbean Independence of the Seas for March 22nd, 2021 through March 27th, 2021. You'll see now their prices are done by per person. So you'll see interior starts at $284, ocean view starts at $319, balconies start at $295, so they are actually cheaper than ocean view, and the suites start at $657 per person. Now I will note that the itinerary for this Royal Caribbean sailing starts at Fort Lauderdale. Second day, or the first day, is a sea day. Then it goes to Grand Cayman, Cozumel. The last day is a sea day, and then you end up back at Fort Lauderdale. So now we'll take a look at the Disney Cruise Line pricing. It starts on March 20th, 2021, which is a Saturday, and runs to March 25th, 2021, which is a Thursday. So it's essentially the same week. It does start 2 days earlier. That makes no difference to us. Actually, the days of the Royal Caribbean sailing do work out better for us, but it wouldn't be a make or break deal for us either time frame. Now this sailing it leaves out of Miami. First day is also a sea day. Then it goes to Cozumel. Then it's another sea day. The last stop is Castaway Cay, and then it ends up back in Miami. But take a look at the pricing. Inside cabins, now these are listed as per cabin. The inside cabins start at $43.61. Ocean view is $48.99. A veranda is $57.31. And then the concierge start at $10,961. So that is a huge difference. You are talking 3 to 4 times the amount. Now, we don't book concierge, we don't book suites, so I'm not even gonna look at that. But looking at even just an inside or a balcony cabin, which I'm gonna compare right now, the pricing difference was huge. So it wasn't a matter of 50% more or even double. We're talking 3 and 4 times the amount of money. So first, let's compare the inside guarantees, because both sailings were offering inside guarantees, which are typically the cheapest rooms available. First, you have Royal Caribbean, and their inside guarantee total is $1,168.43. Compared to the inside guarantee on the Disney Magic is $4,360.76. So it's 3.5, almost 4 times the amount of money. So I do think there's value in the Disney cruises. I do. I loved it. Again, it was by far the best experience that we've had on a ship. However, that's a lot of money. That's a big difference. So, what can I say? And now let's compare the ocean view balcony or veranda, how the Disney Cruise Line calls it. On Royal Caribbean, an ocean view balcony is $1,202.43. And on Disney Magic, a deluxe ocean view with a navigator's veranda, which is an enclosed veranda. Some people love them, some people don't, but it is the cheapest veranda available, is $5,730.76. So again, you're talking 5 times the amount of money than it is to go on one sailing then versus another. So I don't know, is it worth it for you to pay 5 times the amount of money for, now it would be a very different experience. For us, it's not. And I think the biggest reason for us right now, the reason why it's not is, well, money's tight. While we are both still employed, that could change at any moment, especially for me, because I am in private industry. But also, I think the unknown of what cruising is going to be like in March of 2021. And like I said, Disney Magic, the thing that made the Disney Magic so great for us was the characters and the fact that Spider-Man and the princesses knew my son's name by the last day. Actually, probably halfway through the cruise, they were seeing him in the hall and going, "Hi, Ryder," and he thought Spider-Man was his best friend. I don't know if that's going to be the same in March of 2021. Are we going to have character interactions on the ships? I do think we're going to have to wear masks on the ships. Maybe not the whole time, but you're definitely going to have to take a test before you get on the ship. And so I think there's a lot of unknowns. So for me to shell out $5,000 with so many unknowns. I'd rather spend $1,100, $1,200 and have a mediocre experience than spend $4,000, $5,000 and have a mediocre experience because it wasn't the same that we went on the year before. A couple other things as to why we chose Royal Caribbean is the Independence of the Seas still has the old kids club setup, which is done by the age group. So my son would be in the 3 to 5 age group, so they are divided. I think the kids club on the Disney Magic ships, as they were when we went in February, may be an issue because it's a huge open space. And in this environment, I don't know if that's going to be possible. Now, are they going to change it? Are they going to modify it? Or are kids club even going to be open? So now if the kids clubs aren't open on either sailing, that's going to really stink. But I think we would be more okay with it on the Royal Caribbean ship because it's just less money. Now, as far as the itinerary is concerned, the itineraries are almost identical, except that, of course, Disney Cruise Line goes to Castaway Cay, which is our, actually we like Coco Cay probably a little better, but we love Castaway Cay. It's amazing. However, Cozumel, they both go to Cozumel, and Royal Caribbean goes to Grand Cayman. But we really weren't looking at the ports because, again, the ports, while I do think Disney Cruise Line will be able to go to Castaway Cay because that is their island and they can control that environment, I don't even know if we're going to get off at Cozumel or Grand Cayman. So our biggest thought was to be on the ship. And the Independence of the Seas did go through a full renovation, I want to say 2 years ago. It has the brand new Splashaway Bay, which has the 2 water slides for the little ones, a splash pad. They have the Sky Zone, or not the Sky Zone, the Sky Pad, which is a trampoline activity. And it's just a bigger ship with more activities. It has a lot of activities for the little ones. And like I said, my son actually preferred the 2 times we've gone on cruises with him. He actually preferred Royal Caribbean because they were set aside with their age groups. I think as he gets older, he'll prefer the setup with on the Disney cruise lines, but as a little one, it's hard to throw a 4 or 5-year-old in with 7 and 8-year-olds and expect them to play because the activities, a 7 or 8-year-old doesn't want to play with a 4-year-old. It just, unless they're related, and if they're related, they don't want to do that either. So we thought that the Royal Caribbean Kids Club would probably, one, have a more chance of actually being open because they are set up and they're smaller setups anyway, and also that they are divided by age groups, which is better suited for our son. And that's to even say if we even sail. So both Disney Cruise Line and Royal Caribbean, and I think pretty much every cruise line right now, are offering where you like a booking guarantee, where you can book now with confidence and cancel later on. I don't know the specifics. I know Royal Caribbean has that as well as Disney Cruise Line, so check with your travel agent, but just know that even if you book a cruise, we could get our money back. Our deposit was $300, which again, we could easily get back, or to put towards another cruise if we decide to cancel or push it back. So we, at this point, again, we decided to go for the least expensive cruise and significantly less because of so many unknowns. And while it won't have that Disney magic, we do think it's going to be a great cruise and a great way to spend our spring break. So tell me what you think. Would you book the more expensive Disney cruise because it's Disney with so many unknowns, or would you do what I did and book the Royal Caribbean least expensive cruise? And actually, I will say we booked what's called a spacious inside promenade view cabin. So it's an inside cabin, but it's a promenade, ultra spacious or spacious. It's basically double the size of a regular inside cabin. So it's essentially a inside suite that overlooks the promenade. So it's a huge room, and there's actually a twin size bed. There's bunk beds, but there's twin size bed for my son. So my son won't have to sleep on a pull up. So that was a huge factor as well, where we're gonna have this huge, basically inside suite. And this room actually comes with a bathtub and shower. So it has the same amenities almost as a Disney cruise. So it does have the bathtub, shower. It doesn't have the second bathroom, but it does have that shower bath combo. And it's a huge room, which is just a great factor to have. And we've never had an inside cabin or a promenade viewed cabin, so that'll be a different experience as well. All in all, it was still less than $1,500 for this specific cabin. There's only 4 of these cabins on the Independence. Actually, it's the Freedom of the Seas, the Freedom class. There's only 4 of these cabins on each of the Freedom class. So we're excited that we were able to snag one 7 months out. But so tell us what you thought. Would you do the same? Would you do the same as us? Go for a bigger cabin for less than $1,500 for a 5-night cruise during spring break? Or would you spend the money and go on Disney Cruise? I don't think you can go wrong. I think if money wasn't an option and we had the money and it didn't matter, we would have chosen Disney Cruise Line. But money does matter to us. It does. It is a huge factor for us. And with that, we chose Royal Caribbean Independence of the Seas. So let me know what you think. If you like this video, hit like, click and subscribe. That way you get a notification every time I post a new video. Bye, everyone.